Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Business of Gut Health Tuesday night event. My name is Amber Miller, and I'm so excited to be hosting this tonight with my beautiful mother, Lori Welch, over there. She is in California. I'm in Tennessee, but we've been able to be in this business and be in this company for 8 years together now and love sharing our passion with others. And we have two amazing ladies on that are going to share their stories and their journeys with the business of gut health. So most of the time we focus on our product line. We spend 90% of the time focused on that because it's really the foundation of our success. It's the business of gut health, which comes from our products. I know for myself, I had significant allergy issues. I had gut issues. I was on so many medications and just basically on my couch all the time as a 23-year-old mom. And so when these products entered my life and they gave me my gut health back, I was no longer bloated. I didn't have those tummy troubles. I had energy. I had joy. It was my husband who said, "You can never go off of these products. Keep ordering them." And that is when I looked into the business side, which is what we simply do is share these products with others. We offer our stories, we offer our experiences and what these products have done to other moms and dads and people in need. And that is our business. The reason we have seen such incredible growth, especially over last year in our industry, okay, in the industry of social sharing, is because people are looking for something different. They want to be in control of their situation, right? Not being locked down or shut down or unable to open their storefronts because of crisis. They want to be able to work from anywhere, be their own boss. In our industry, you get to give yourself a raise. You don't have to hope and wait on that or try to prove yourself to anyone. It is a level playing field, meaning as a 23-year-old 8 years ago, I could come into this industry and make an incredible financial difference in my home, as well as my mom in her mid-40s with so much more experience, so much more knowledge than myself, and it be a level playing field for each of us. I loved that. I love that I didn't need a degree. I didn't need a certification. I didn't have to go back to school. I love that I didn't have to, and what most people are seeking, an opportunity that doesn't have a large upfront cost. Right now, it is less than $10. It is $9.95 to open your own business, to open your own online store, if you will, in a sense. But you don't have to pay for website or shipping or product development. You don't have to pay for the scientists that we hire that study everything that we offer or marketing or anything like that. You have a fabulous product line that you get to represent and offer to others. And that's why so many people are coming to seeking social sharing. And we have a unique opportunity in Plexus. So before we get into our stories, I'm going to ask my beautiful mom. She is our resident health guru. You cannot recognize the food in her home. Her coconut oil is made out of cheese. Her entire fridge is green, full of veggies. It is almost a joke. My husband always wants to stop at the grocery store before we visit, so he'll have something he can eat, but we admire her for it. That's her credentials in this. And she's going to share. Mom, can you share why Plexus is unique and why our products are unique in the social sharing industry?
Yes, and coconut oil cheese is very good. So I just have to give a plug for that. So our products are unique in that they address a whole host of issues. Like Amber mentioned, I'm a mom of four, I'm a grandma of almost 8. And my issues when I started the products were different than what Amber was looking for. And what I saw immediately, and the reason I jumped into this business and I saw the huge potential, the huge income potential, is when you are addressing glucose metabolism, which is blood sugar, gut health, and reducing inflammation, you are really addressing the foundational core issues that so many people have. Even if they're healthy and fit, That is something that everyone needs. And I knew that there would be just this catalyst of super good effects, and that this would be a product line that people would love and they would really want to stay on. And so I just saw it immediately because of that. And it's very affordable. And we don't cross, let me say, we don't cross age and we don't cross gender. I had spent a lot of time watching Shark Tank, and those are some things that they point out. And you don't want a product line that's just specific to one targeted area. And we also have a product line that is monthly and consumable. So you run out of it every month and you need it again.
Yes, either you need it or your husband is saying, please go order that again, like in my situation. And yeah, I'm so happy to have a line that is great for my children, have their own children's line, and be able to serve men and women in their own space as well. So thank you for bringing that out, Mom. All right.
When you're helping people, when you're helping people with their digestion, that is something that happens every day. So yeah.
Yes. I like to joke that I forget my toothbrush when I'm traveling, and I usually do. I usually have to go buy one, but I'll never forget my Bio Cleanse and my ProBio 5. All right, so now on to our beautiful stories. I'm so excited to hear these. Michelle, I'm going to have you go first, and I don't think I've ever heard your story in full, so I'm looking forward to this. Can you please share with people where you were before Plexus, what intrigued you or brought you to this business, and what has happened for your family since?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Amber. And I'm really thrilled to be here. I'm a mom of three girls, 14, 12, and 5, all about to bump up. I was a homeschooling mom. We homeschooled for 8 years. My husband is an assistant U.S. attorney, makes a great living. But kids are expensive and girls can be very expensive. I remember when we found out my middle daughter was a girl, and the first thing out of my husband's mouth was another wedding. And I mean, it's okay. We're all about the girls and the weddings, but weddings cost money, college costs money, and we don't believe in debt. We love traveling, we love experiences, but we are not willing to forego wisdom just for an experience, because we know the chains that debt can bring. And that's what really debt is, right? It's a chain. But we always had that desire to give our children more, to travel, experiences, and to give, right? And I wanted more. And I'm not just talking financially, I'm talking in life. I mean, like, have you ever really wanted more? I remember even as a teenager watching my dad go to work every day and thinking, there has to be more to this than just Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and repeat the daily grind. Even back then, I remember thinking I wanted to be a part of something bigger. Like, I wanted to have impact. I wanted to make a difference. Well, then, like all of us, life happens, right? And not exactly the way I expected it to. I went to college, grad school, lived a lot of life, got married later, had 2 babies later. And then we moved to Savannah, Georgia, which is absolutely gorgeous, but that's when my health really tanked. Awful allergies like you, Amber, that would turn into sinus infections, asthma, bronchitis, the whole 9 yards. It was so bad that my allergist said, if your husband could get a job outside of Savannah, you need to take it because you will never feel good here. Couple that with crazy high cholesterol. They told me I was in the second highest category for heart disease, sleep apnea, digestive issues, crazy hormone issues. And I was always sucking down coffee and tea just to make it until bedtime. I never felt good. But the worst part about it was I just felt stuck in this cycle of survival, right? And I would put my kids to bed, live for bedtime, put them to bed, get on Pinterest for an hour for me time. But here's the thing, inwardly, I was just as mediocre and insecure as I was physically. I mean, nothing awful, but I was lonely. I had a great marriage, but my husband worked a lot. I loved my children deeply, but I can't say that I was really enjoying them because I didn't feel good. And I had this sense of lack, like lack of fulfillment. And what I realized was, being a mom is one of the highest privileges. Mother's Day's coming up. The whole world's going to celebrate being a mom. But that wasn't my identity, right? That's not who I am. It's not the totality of me. God created me with dreams and gifts and talents. And I found that I had gotten myself confused. And it's not until, you live out of your purpose and your strengths that you find true soul fulfillment. But the scary thing is that I'd forgotten all of that. I was stuck in survival mode. And oh yeah. And then I found out I was pregnant when I was 42 years old. There was that kind of complicated things a little bit in a good way. But I just didn't feel good. Fast forward, Brittany shared with me about Plexus. I was desperate to feel better, so I tried the products. And within 9 months, my health was radically transformed. I came off all my medicine, including the 3 allergy meds. I've not had one prescription since. I lost the stubborn baby weight, sleep great. My health has been radically transformed. And in June, I'll be 49, and I look and feel better than I did in my 30s. I mean, the products truly did change everything for me, but this opportunity is changing everything for our family, and not just for my children, but for my children's children. I mean, I remember Brittany telling me that less than 2% of the population had even heard the word Plexus. And like Lori said, we have a monthly consumable product that every man, woman, and child needs. And if we learned anything from 2020 is that you're going to pay for your health one way or another. You either pay for it in prescriptions, doctor visits, lost life and time, or you pay for it in prevention, right? And I could see the numbers. Like I could see less than 2% of our population. That leaves millions and millions of people that need to hear about Plexus, right? But I never, quite frankly, never wanted to be that person. But I knew what I had in my hands was gold. And I remember walking into my bedroom one day, and I really felt like the Lord said to me, Michelle, do you care more about what people think of you or more about changing lives, more about helping people? And then right then and there, I knew I had to tell people what I had on my hands truly was gold. And I wanted my friends and family to feel as good as I do. Okay, so fast forward, I just had my 4-year anniversary with Plexus. I'm now earning a 6-figure income with our company. I get to take my husband on a luxury trip each year, all expense paid. This year, we're going to one of the top 100 resorts in the entire world. I can choose the Lexus or the lifestyle bonus. I pay for my kids to go to a classical Christian school where they are thriving. My husband is not waking up in the middle of the night anymore, worried about weddings, colleges, and elderly parents. We're traveling more. And more is coming. And I'm going to give my husband options and freedom. But here's what's even greater than the financial success. It's been the intangibles. And I love the good paycheck, don't get me wrong. But I was never looking for more friends. I didn't think I needed them. But what I have gained is a priceless community of like-minded, growth-minded women that pull out my best, that encourage me to grow and help me achieve more than I thought possible. I have learned and grown in ways that I never anticipated, because in this industry, if I want to grow my business, I have to grow myself as a person. I've become a better communicator. I've become more intentional with my time, more disciplined. I've learned about habits. I've learned about leadership and about growing a healthy mindset. And as you know, your thoughts will dictate your entire life. My marriage is stronger. My relationships are richer. I'm a better wife. I'm a better friend. I'm a better mom. And my confidence has grown. And here's the most important thing. I've discovered that, yes, God absolutely has more for me. Do you remember how I started? I always wanted to be a part of something more. Well, I am living that out now, and I'm working out of a place of purpose, not just to collect a paycheck. It's about loving and serving other people. And as I do that, guess what? My paycheck is growing. I've discovered my mission that I encourage, equip, and launch people to go for the more that God has for them. Raise up leaders that are doing the same, seeing people set free to do and be all that God has for them, and changing lives physically and financially. I am living in a place of soul satisfaction like no other time in my life. I'm teaching my children, my girls, that they can achieve anything that they want to, that they can dream big dreams, and that God has more for them. And I go to bed at night, laying my head on my pillow, knowing that I'm living out of the purpose that God has for me. And I'm more alive and fulfilled than ever. So when I say Plexus has changed everything for me, I mean Plexus has changed everything for me.
Amazing. Thank you so much. If I wasn't in Plexus, I'm like, I was like FOMO, like I'm missing out on something huge, and I'm in it. So thank you so much for drawing out the side that we don't actually talk about enough, those intangibles, those things that we can't, you can't put a number on or a price on, or that maybe you didn't think that you were coming here for. And I want to draw this out. So many of us, we come for health, like you said. Thank you for sharing your health story. I had no idea that you had that background. So I was loved hearing that. But we come for health, or we come for income, and it's really just so self-focused, right? Because we have these needs that need to be met so that we can live in that abundant state of giving out and pouring out and becoming more. So many of us do crave that desire to do more, but we don't have the energy, or we don't have the finances, or we don't have the means to bring that about. So thank you for tapping in on that tonight. And I would love for in the comments, because I know we have so many people watching, and I'm loving, if you see my eyes darting around, I'm watching all the comments down here. If you could share, what is some unexpected benefit that you received from being in the Plexus community? And while you're doing that, I'm going to bring up our comp plan. We like to share that desire to do more, but okay. I was like, is that me? I'm going to bring out my comp plan, because I just want you guys to see, if I can grab the right one here, what we are talking about when we're saying the dreams that we had for our family, the desire for more. So here's an example of our monthly and yearly breakdown with rank, and the rank that you are in Plexus. And what rank means is—
Pardon me, update Apple ID settings.
I have a lot of
Pardon me.
There we go. Okay. What rank means is the amount of people that you are serving. It's the amount of people that are using the products that you have opened doors for them to hear about, right? That is how we grow. Like we said in the beginning, our foundation of our success. So in the comments, can you also comment what rank you are in Plexus, so we can hear from you? I'm loving the comments. Personal growth, different person, community. Loving seeing this. Okay, so Joanna, no pressure. Michelle gave such a thorough, amazing explanation, but I love that there's so many different backgrounds, so many different personalities, so many different styles in Plexus. So I'm really excited to hear your story. Can you please share with us why you came to Plexus, a little bit of your background, and what's happened for you here?
Yes. Hey, you guys. Oh, this makes me so happy to just be able to share my story. And wow, Michelle, it was just, I every time I hear these stories, I can't get enough of them. They're so wonderful. And I'm just super thankful for this opportunity. So I got started with Plexus about 6.5 years ago. I was a mom of just one baby at the time. She was almost 2. I'm a police wife. I'm introverted, stay-at-home mom. I was homeschooled, lived in a very small town. And I did not have social media. So that was kind of where I was at. And I heard about Plexus through a friend because my husband had social media. So I would kind of get on his and see what everyone was up to. But I didn't, I was introverted. I could care less if people knew about my life. I was just happy to kind of be in the background looking in on it, on other people's. And so I saw a friend of mine post about Plexus, and I was struggling so badly with my health. I was dealing with chronic fatigue, crazy mood swings, digestive issues. I would sleep all night. My daughter was like the best sleeper. And I would sleep all night. And before even putting my feet on the floor in the morning, I felt exhausted. And it was all the time. I had these crazy sugar cravings. Like I was a mess. And it was really getting to where it was starting to affect my marriage, my family life, because I wasn't able to be there for my family like I needed to be, like I wanted to be. And so, and I felt like, add this too, I felt like I had morning sickness all the time. And so I would take all these pregnancy tests and they were negative. And so I was like, okay, either I'm pregnant and the pregnancy tests are wrong or I'm dying. So I went to the doctor finally and he was like, nope, you're healthy and you're not pregnant. And I was like, well, great. And so I felt a little bit hopeless, just wondering if this was just my new normal. I was just gonna have to deal with it. And so I got started just for the health benefits. I was like, okay, what if this is, I saw my friend share about it. I trusted her. It's like, what if this is something that what I've been praying for. And my husband was like, yeah, you can try it. It's not going to work, but you can try it. Like he was so skeptical. He hated MLMs. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. And I actually put it on a credit card because we were so broke, you guys. We had a lot of medical debt from when my daughter was in the hospital. That turned into credit card debt of like just trying to make ends meet, buy groceries. Anytime an emergency popped up, it went right on a credit card because we were just, it was really bad, which was really stressful, which is also something that's really bad for your health. And so I knew that played a part in it as well. So I put on a credit card and got started, hopeful that this was the answer to my health struggles. But I knew I needed to get my product, at least get the cost of my products covered because we really couldn't afford it. So it's kind of like my goal. I really didn't want to do the business necessarily. I had a lot of negativity around multi-level marketing in my life. And so I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to like have people talking about me. But I started to see how these products were changing people's lives. I saw my friend firsthand. I had grown up with her. We went to homeschool group together. We got married, had our first baby right around the same time. So I was like, well, it's helping her. I didn't quite see my own results yet, but I believed in the products because I was seeing these people that I trusted. I knew how it was helping them. And I knew I had to get my products paid for. So I started to share and I helped my mom get started and 2 friends. And it was really, really cool to see how it started helping my mom's health. She has had 11 kids and she came into it with different health struggles, but she looks amazing, feels amazing. And Plexus has just changed so much for her. So that was super fun, getting healthy together. And then I started to think, okay, well, I got my products covered. Like, what if I could earn an extra $100 a month? And you guys saw on that income disclosure chart that a silver, which is the very, very first rank with bringing 3 friends in, your silver, that's around $300 a month. And so I was just like, if I can just make $100 a month, like, I don't even know, like, that's amazing. And so I hit that goal and I was like, oh man, if I could just make $500 a month, like that would be insane. Like, I can't even imagine. And by this time, so I forced myself to get Facebook. I forgot to put that in because I knew stay-at-home mom, introverted, not a large network. I was not going to be hosting parties in my house. And so I knew like, okay, I need social media to share about this. And it was so scary, you guys. But I was so tired of logging into my bank account and seeing a negative sign, which happened at least twice a month, a negative balance. We'd get those overdraft fees. And then I would try to think, okay, like, how can I get $35 to put in the bank or whatever the negative was so we don't get that overdraft fee? I would think about something I could return to the store or like just all these different ways to try to like get some cash to put it in the bank so we didn't have that fee. Like so many different things. I would pay bills at the very last second, praying that the money wouldn't come out of our account for a couple of days so that we didn't have the overdraft fee. And I was tired of it. I was tired of constantly thinking about the money and the finances. And so I just started to dream and think, what if this could help? My husband actually told me that I would never be successful at this. And I love him so dearly, and he has since been so sorry he ever said those words because he's very, very grateful for this opportunity. And month 2 of being on the products, he's like, you're like a new person, because my mood swings were so much better. And like, they were so bad, you guys. And then he started to see results with the products as well. And so it's been a journey of just like learning the things I needed to learn to be successful at this, because I came into this with 0 skills, not a people person, didn't know how to talk to people very well. Just all the things, you guys, and I was really, really bad at it, but I I was willing to learn and to be coachable. And I was very, very consistent. And I know those are the things that has helped me to reach the top of the company, you guys. And I still can't believe it. So I have 3 kids now. I have been through 2 Plexus pregnancies, and they have been incredible. I was able to, well, I still am nursing my 3rd, but I've been able to nurse long-term because of the products. I couldn't do that with my first. I just had wonderful experiences with that, with the products. And as like pregnancy and being home with my kids and doing things, a police wife, my husband works nights. And so it's kind of crazy over here. If you hear banging on the door, it's because my kids are out there and I'm not letting him in, and he's not here. But all of the things, and I'm able to earn, you guys, 3 times what my husband does at his full-time job. And I haven't been to college. I don't have any specific skill set, but I love people, and I believe in these products because of how they've changed my health and my husband's. And so many people, I could tell you story after story after story of how they've changed my friends and family's lives. And I'm just grateful I never quit on a bad day, because there's been a lot of bad days, you guys. It's been hard. I've lost family members throughout the years. We've gone through trials and different things. We've gone through hateful things said about us because we chose to do multi-level marketing. But I knew that God had brought this into my life because I had been praying for an answer, and I was determined to never quit on a bad day. And so no matter what, and I always like to remember too, like, people's opinions don't pay your bills. And that helps me so much because I'm a people pleaser. Like, they're not paying my bills and they're not putting money into my account when it's a negative. So anyway, you guys, I'm just really excited for you to see how this will change so much for your family, because when you give it the chance, when you stay consistent, it will, I promise. So thanks for listening.
Thank you so much, Joanna, and doing that with your kiddos in the background and all of that. And I love showing this example, though, of you are multiplying your time. And that's what I like to tell ladies, is that we are natural multipliers of our time, right? We are always looking to stretch the dollar or to thrift or to find ways we're recyclers of everything. And using our time on social media wisely to multiply our time, to bring in income, making 3 times as much as your full-time employed police officer husband while having the kiddos all around you. Like, how amazing is that? And what I love as well, and I'm going to end it because you did mention skepticism around MLMs and all of that, is I feel like that is such an old school way of thinking that is slowly, and not even slowly, but actually I used to say that our industry, social sharing, is the way of the future. But I always say that it's no longer in the future, it's now. That our industry of social sharing has seen 20 to 40%, depending on the company, growth just in 2020. Because I want you guys to think on this call, and we'll end it like this. When you order something on Amazon, do you ever not look at the reviews? We always look at the reviews. When you order new clothing online, we're looking at the reviews, especially photos, to see how other women look in them, right? Or gentlemen, to see what other men are saying about the shoes or the tools you're ordering. When we go to a new restaurant, we look at Yelp, we look at reviews. We are a social sharing world of people now. We have that at our fingertips. And so that is why this industry is so effective and so amazing and blessing so many lives. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Michelle, for your story. Thank you, Joanna, for your story and your time. And we hope that if you were listening tonight, you are left with the what if question of what if this could be the thing for you. My husband told me as well, he's like, you're going to quit that, right? You're never going to finish through. And he eats his words still. He loves that he retired at 25 years old and was able to buy a family farm and live full-time family life because of this income opportunity in this amazing business. So what if this could be the thing for you? If you're stretching the dollar, or you're looking to be more and to do more, or needing a pivot, what if this is the thing? And we hope to hear your stories one day as well. So thank you so much for joining us. Ask the person who invited you tonight for any other questions or more information, or just, I'm ready. Let's do this. $10, less than $10 to get started, and jump on in and join our wonderful community. And thank you for the commenters for sharing all your experiences and being here in support. All right. We love you all. Thank you so, so much, and have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you.